Okay, folks, welcome to tonight's ball game between the Horns and the visiting Schulenburg Shorthorns and the hometown Yorktown. Corey Romine kicks it deep for the Horns. Nice stop made out there by Wotipka.
On the return.
Also, Big John Davison on the play.
Ball spotted at the Yorktown 20-yard line.
Yorktown will set up 1st and 10 from their own 20 as the Horns got good coverage on Corey Romine's kick that time. Ball went down to about the 3-yard line, and outstanding coverage by Tippy and Big John Davis. Just a quick hitter, John Davis on the stop there for the Horns. Horns lined up in their set defense. Tweety Valenzuela at left end.
Tackle made by John Davis.
Got Tip at the nose guard.
1-yard pickup. 2nd and 9.
Got Corey Romine playing left tackle tonight. Also in there for the Horns, Big Mr. James Jones. Big Jeremy Baumgartner, number 84, and Kevin Minster playing the right side. Linebackers are Pat Marty, John Davis. Looks like we got Banjo at safety, and the corners, Cullen Clazel and Mr. Kirk Kabanka. Guys, just place tomorrow. My mother, and if you don't know it, but you need to tell you, my mother-in-law's all over me to find deer with my brother-in-law. So at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm supposed to be in Sister, sitting in this deer stand so I can see what the deer like, because I don't really know. Mr. This guy has that auction. God dog it. Yeah. Well, that's his question. Double step. They don't get folded tires on the okay, we're back in action here. Gained about a yard on the last play. The horn set up. This is Wildcats playoff. They win and they're down to get in. And the Horns need to put a stop on right here. Nice pass break up there by Banjo, covering on the play. Kevin Minster and Clarence Irving. Clarence almost tipped that ball to Kevin. Okay, I'll stay off of that. And okay, folks. 3rd down and 9 for Yorktown. They got a wide left, 2 tight end offense, double set in the backfield.
And don't stand on that pole.
In a quarterback.
Oh. Okay.
They go with a straight shot off a right tackle, trying to catch the Horns off guard. They did a little bit, but nice recovery there. Looks like Stephen Valenzuela and James Jones in on the stop for the Horns. Set up 4th and about 3 for Yorktown, and the Wildcats, I'm pretty sure, are going to kick this ball away. Back deep for the Horns, number 20, Kirk Kabinka. Kurt had a real fine game last week against Bloomington, both offensively and defensively. He established himself as one of the better ball players in the district last weekend. Not that we didn't know that already. Boy, look at that wall. Look at that wall, baby. Ooh, and good stop out there. Kurt had a wall there, Shane, and just good tackle made out there in the open field.
It was a nice job. Kurt left his feet, tried to go up and over the would-be tackler, and was able to trip him up. So we 1st and 10, midfield for the Horns.
Well, welcome back, buddy. It's good to have you back. We were filled in real good last week with Jimmy Carter. He did a good job trying to take my job from me, I tell you, and I couldn't hold yours very well, so I'm glad to see you back tonight.
Oh, don't give me that. I know that's a bunch of bull. Horns come out, Pro set. Double dive. Oh, he just keeps his feet, doesn't he, Steve?
Oh, it was great, and he used that third foot we talk about a lot, Shane. He put his arm down, gained about 5 more yards. That was just a real nice run by Clarence. It's good to see him back. I don't know if you got filled in last week. He got popped in his upper hamstring and did not play in the second half. It's good to see him back tonight.
He is. He's looking real good so far on the first series for the Horns. So the big first down pickup with Twins to the field here.
There you go.
Well, a nice job by Watipka.
Yeah, he's running real good right now. The Horns look like they're going to stick the ball right down the Wildcats' throat. Today in Booster Club, we're still missing some of them big linemen. It's good to see us running like this.
We are. We've got Miller and Stavanaugh still out. On the offensive line, we can go through it real quick. We've got James Jones left tackle, Bubella left guard, Marty at center.
Go, Kurt. That's 6.
Touchdown there on the slip screen, and nice job of running there, but it almost looked like he was going to relax a little bit before he crossed the goal line there, Steve.
Yeah, I tell you what, anybody, I like to see him cross that line. I don't care where you're at in the game. Let's go ahead and give it all the way. Remember, the Wildcats, they're playing for a playoff berth tonight, and they're definitely going to go all out every play, but it was a nice run by Kirk.
And we kicks a little wide to the right with 9:16 left in the first quarter. It's the Horns 6, the Wildcats nothing. And, we talked about that. You mentioned Leon Lett. You don't want to celebrate before you cross the goal line there.
That's right. And, on a play like that, Shane, we had talked a little bit today after the Booster Club meeting. Last week, Kurt's had a really good year, but last week he seemed to establish himself as even more, both offensively and defensively. And it's good to see that he's come back out with that same intensity tonight.
Well, you like to see a player that has an air about themselves. Guys all the time that armchair quarterbacks like ourselves talk about Deion Sanders and guys like that they may have a flair that you don't really want to see just the everyday Joe use because it'll come back to haunt them. But if they know they're that good, then, you accept it and say, hey, they're that good. We don't know if Kurt's that good, but we don't want to see him get too big a head on his shoulders there.
No, I like the way he's playing right now. The Shorthorns are playing with a confidence right now that you got to be a little cocky. If they're inside our 15-yard line and their momentum is they're feeling good about themselves right now.
They sure are. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. They come out with the unbalanced to the short side of the field. Good job by the Horns there. James Jones, Marty, and Romine, and the Horns are looking like they're trying to stiffen up here.
Well, that time Jones got good penetration, and he got first hand on the guy, which really slowed him down, and allowed his buddies to come in and clean him off, Shane. That's what we need when they're running this, and it looks like they're trying to set up almost an option, but they're just giving it to the lead back. You got to get good penetration and hit him before he gets to the line of scrimmage.
Same set into the boundary.
Wide side of the field over there. There it is. Dadgummit.
Dennis Morris on the carry for Yorktown.
Steve, it's a classic case of not getting your shoulders and hips in front of the guy and on the side, and he just drug him for about 8 yards.
Well, he got the first down. We got a fumble, the Horns think, but Minster came up with the ball, Shane.
Well, there might be a little home cooking happening here, Steve. I don't know. I tell you, the Victoria chapter's never been my favorite in all the years that I played, but it did. Kevin Minster did come up with the ball. We don't know exactly if the kid was was in the end zone before he got it, but needless to say, it's going to be 6-6 with the extra. that time. That's the first time we've seen the speed option tonight.
Hey,
Could look like a good one.
it looked real good from here. I tell you what, Shane, they are just saying we're going to smash you. We're lining up. We're going to 9 times out of 10, we're running to the strong side and just stop us if you can.
And you got to, of course, we're pulling for the horns, but you got to appreciate that mentality on the football field, having been a football player.
Well, looks like we got I don't know if we got a piece of that one or just made him rush the punch, Shane, but it's good Shorthorns.
I don't think number 58 for Yorktown, Camden Markley, hit it very well. But anyway, it'll be about a 15-yard punt, and the Horns will take over with excellent position, 39-yard line of the Wildcats.
Right. Well, Shane, back real quick before we get our offense in gear here, the guy that I've always patterned myself after and has really been my idol was Vince Lombardi. And, Lombardi said it's just blocking and tackling.
That's right. And that's a simple philosophy that should be taught and learned by many players.
That's right.
And we come with a 3-step drop, and there we go.
Play.
That's what we're talking about.
Hey, was it halftime already? Did you already get down there and tell them about the 3-step, Shane?
No, it just makes it, to tell you the truth, having played quarterback, it just makes it so much easier on a quarterback. You drop back, you take 3 steps, you look. If he's not open, throw it in the ground, throw it at his feet. But if he's open, it's just a no-brainer with.
That's right. Well, it makes good things happen on the passing attack. You control it more than it controlling you.
That's exactly right.
Nice tip.
Oh, he looked like the Energizer Bunny on that one.
Just kept on going and going and going.
Looked like a trap block there for Tippy.
Tip hit up in the hole, didn't have much room, and he just jumped outside and made it happen. Looks like he got about 9 yards, and I'd say about 8 of that was after he got hit.
9 yards on the carry by Wilson.
So it'll be 2nd and 1
2nd and 1
from the 20-yard line.
at the Yorktown 20-yard line.
Horns come out with pro into the field set.
Flowers, the ball carrier. Tackle made back up.
Looked like Banjo tried to bounce that one out a little bit too quickly when they only needed 1 for a first down.
Well, he has been reading his blocks pretty well, Shane, and that time I think he got a little anxious.
So it'll be third and 1. Gallo brings the play in. It looks like it's going to be Twins to the wide side of the field.
Gain of 1.
Oh, it's an overload here. Tight end goes to the twin side. I got to think it's something to the field. Yes, it is.
A lot of running room for Clarence.
Looks like a touchdown.
Schulenburg touchdown.
They ran the overload and put Will Thompson on the field side with Twins. Now, all you fans at home know that he is an ineligible receiver when he's over there. So if we were going to run a pass that way, it was only for extra protection.
Right.
And we run the sweep, and Banjo makes a nice job tiptoeing through that would-be tackler. So it looks like Horns are going to go for 2 here, Steve.
Yeah, I think it's a wise move, Shane. You got to put yourself in a position to make him score and have to get the extra point to tie you.
Boy, and Yorktown does a nice job of sniffing it out, and not your favorite play, I know, but nonetheless, I saw an NFL team do it this past weekend, so.
Yeah, I know it, Shane. I'm trying not to chuckle on this, and it just, to me, you got 3 yards, go straight ahead, turn north pretty quick, whatever. You get strung out there, and everything's tight. The bike's already got that mentality that, stuff's closing in on him, and I don't like a pitch inside the 5-yard line when you're trying to score.
And neither do the Horns this time.
Well, speaking of that ball game, while we got a little getting ready for the kickoff, we missed you last week, and I know you were out there. It looks like you brought Cousin Donald some good luck out in Oakland.
I got lucky. In fact, we were trying to negotiate a deal with Al Davis, because the only 2 NFL games I've seen are ones that he's done very well in. So we were trying to negotiate a deal, but it didn't quite work out. I'm not able to be at Seattle this weekend, unfortunately. He's going to have to be on his own.
Well, we're glad to have you back. And Don, it looks like he had a real fine start last week, and I hope he continues to do it. He's a good guy.
That's right. Everybody check it out Sunday night on ESPN. Of course, by the time you hear this, it'll be history.
Start the weekend with a Shorthorn win and watch some good football through the weekend.
Excellent kick by Roman. Look at that. Inside. Oh. Woo. And a great job by Roman. I mean, number 13 from Yorktown, Jason Perez, he has at least 15, 20 yards to run, but the intimidating leg of Roman pins him in the end zone.
No doubt about it. That was very well said. Roman just booted that ball deep. I think that the returner Perez was just so darn concerned about not running it out of the end zone. He didn't realize he probably had a little running room because Coy outkicked the coverage.
He almost downed it on the 1 yard line.
I'd like to see that.
Good job by Marty locking up, head up. But like you said, Stevie, he never seems to be knocked backwards.
No, he really has good lean. I don't know if coaches talk about the lean with running backs like they used to. You get your stuff leaning forward, your weight leaning forward just slightly over center of your body, and generally you're going to get that extra yard or two.
Jerome Bettis talked about it, and I think he's one that carries that extra lean in the NFL. He talked about it last week when Miami played Kansas City and beat them at Arrowhead. Good job of the Horn defensive line to stack it up there in the middle. A host of horns.
Looks like, I think Gallo was in there, but looks like James Jones is on the bottom of the pile, Shane. That's what you've got to do, because right now they're not in 4-down territory, and we got them 3rd and 5, and that's not a bad down for us if we can stop that big tailback.
So they come unbalanced to the field here without the receiver on this side. I take the straight off tackle, off guard play, and nice pick of about 6 yards.
Sarah made the tackle downfield. I tell you what, Shane, we've Vasera on that tackle. We've faced some real good running backs this year. Bruce, the kid out of Shiner, the Lee Miller kid from Weimar, and of course Marlon Blunston. This young man, well, I don't think he's in Marlon Blunston's class. He just gains yardage straight ahead real well.
I mean, look at his stance. He has got 75% of his weight on that front hand.
Man, you got to like a young man like that. There's no hesitation to him. Our defense, and when the defense is popping him, it's not that they're not hitting him. He's the kind of back, though, that he's got that mentality that he's a weapon when he carries that ball.
Right, and this is the type of guy you got to get in him before he hits the line of scrimmage, in his legs. Keep him from pump, because every time he gets hit, he's pumping those feet. He's getting an extra 2 or 3 yards.
That's right, and he's a lean young man. Doesn't even look like he's breathing hard right now, and he's been carrying the bulk about 80% of the time.
But he hauls hay during the summer.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, nice job by Baumgarten with the long arm. Long arm of the law there.
Hey,
boy.
that's when that old long arm comes in handy. Folks, for any of y'all that are looking at this game at home and yelling at Kevin Minster, man was the pitch man that time, and he showed a lot more head on his shoulders than I would have, because I tell you, I would personally, I would have probably been trying to bury number 12 and then going, what happened after I watched the touchdown run. That's good job, Kevin.
I hear you. So timeout is called by Yorktown. Calls timeout with 3rd and 2. 4:41 left in the half. The score is 12-7. And Yorktown, I'm not sure, maybe just other than to give their boys a little breather. If I'm Yorktown and not trying to play their coach, but I run the ball literally till the cows come home.
That's right. Coach Wild's getting a little excited over there tonight, Shane, and he's telling that defense, hey, guys, we can't be giving them 3rd and 3 at midfield. We need another big play here, and we can't count on Yorktown to make a mistake. They've only made one tonight, and they've been pretty sound. And see if this timeout may have taken a little bit of that momentum away from them. I hope you're right. You usually are on these kind of things.
Dennis Wallace on the carry.
Cameraman Jimmy Carter made a comment just now. They seem to get 3 yards at will. And I think 2 of that is Warwick's ability to lean forward and just get yardage. But he limped out of the huddle just a little bit that play, Shane.
Well, you got to give some credit to their line, too. I mean, most of the teams we played this year, we've been popping guys in the backfield 1 out of 3 plays. And you can see there, he gets hit 1 or 2 yards down the line of scrimmage, and then he forward leans for another yard or 2. So for us to allow him not to make more than a yard, we got to hit him in the backfield.
Oh yeah, you got to get him before he gets going. Yorktown's running a hurry up offense here, Shane.
You ever seen a hurry up run offense? This is it.
Nice play by Gallo out there on the flank.
Ruben Flores is the ball carrier.
Shane, Yorktown, they got 4 minutes left in the ball game. Looked to me like they just called 2 plays in the huddle, trying to set Schulenburg up, maybe catch him trying to get a blow or something there. Not a bad move on Yorktown's part.
No, not at all.
Looks like they got a good game plan tonight. Kind of coming at us, and like Coach Wild said they would, and they're going to challenge us. They're going to run that big old number 24 about 30 times until we stop him.
So unbalanced to the field. But
Coy Romine had good penetration there, Shane. Quarterback just got away from him.
Quarterback is, as Coach Wild talked about today in the Boosters Club, he is a heck of an athlete, track guy, won the hurdles in district. So he has the ability to move around, scamper around. But a good job by Romine making bend it around. He wasn't able to get it up in the air, and it's going to be 4th down and 2. So this, big play here for the Horns.
Oh, big play for the Horns, and when you got a big boy like Romine running at a quarterback like that, we're not. And Coy came from the middle. We're not laying down for these guys. We know we're in the dogfight, and it looks like we got our hitting hats on now.
I don't know if we're going to bring a blitz, but it would be a nice time. Well, I think we're a little antsy. Might have had a little movement there by the offensive. In the NFL, they'll call that when a quarterback moves his body too much. I know Jason Garrett's got flagged, and he's a thinking man's quarterback. He's gotten flagged twice, even once in the shotgun, for moving his arms and his body.
Yeah, and that just goes to show you that the zebra on that call, he just made what was the automatic call. He wasn't watching his job. See, he moves his shoulders.
Dennis Wallace on the carry.
Just a dive off left tackle.
Minster with help from Kubenka.
And Yorktown's coming right back up to the line.
Yeah, look for them to go to that wide side, Shane. They've got something set up out there, and they're with a conventional line up here.
Pat Marty comes from behind and tries to strip him. But after Warwas gains about 20 yards, so
big run by that senior tailback, Shane, and looks like the Horns want to get timeout and try to settle this thing down a little bit.
All right, so with 3:12 left in the first half, it's the Horns 12 and the Yorktown Wildcats 7. Okay, it's 1st and 10 here from the 23-yard line.
Big stop time now.
Wildcats with unbalance into the boundary. Option to the. Oh! Penalty flag on the play.
I didn't like the look of that, Shane.
Holding offense.
That looked scary there. Looked like it was setting up into something looked like they could go all the way with.
It did, but here again, Steve, both options they've run, obviously they don't run them very often because both options they've run, there's been a ball on the ground.
That's right. And, with Kevin Minster made a heck of an athletic play right there. He was going for the pitch man, which was his responsibility. At the last second, he seen the quarterback pull the ball back in. He adjusted and made the stop.
And I'll tell you this, the penalty like this, because I've been watching the Rice House for 3 years now, it can kill a team that predominantly uses the ground as their premier weapon because now they're off schedule. It's 1st and 20, about 3. And, granted, they can get it on the ground, but they're going to need some good runs to get it.
Exactly. You can't gain 4 yards at a pop here.
Again, about 6, maybe 7 on the play, and it's a quarterback keeper. And you can tell he's got the most speed of any of the Yorktown ball players out there on the field.
Yes, he does. The big power back, he just runs straight ahead. And, when you're a track champion, especially in the hurdles, that's a combination of agility and speed, and it's showing in that young man tonight.
Well, it looks like a fire drill over there for Yorktown. They got guys running everywhere. Now I really like that, Steve.
Me too. Now what you're looking at is 3rd down, and you got to go 17 yards, and I don't know. They must pull that out of the Oilers, Tennessee Oilers playbook or something.
I don't understand. Didn't they have a timeout or two? Don't they have 2 timeouts, Steve? Well, they have 1 left. They have 1 timeout remaining, and maybe they're thinking the field goal kicker looked like he had a pretty good leg. Maybe they're thinking field goal range, but I just.
It looked like they had some confusion, and the quarterback, it may turn into a smart play on the grade chart because better than taking a penalty or a turnover on that play.
Oh yeah, big guard number 73, the pulling guard. He was a snap quicker than everybody else.
Well, he was a snap quicker, but he was also about a half a snap slower because he just looked like he was coming up to get a drink of water, getting out of bed or something. I don't know. He wasn't moving too well.
No, he wasn't. But he hit the turf. He knew he was wrong.
Yeah, he did. I'd hate to be in the film room with him tomorrow morning with the coach and letting him see that, picking that apart a little bit there.
Oh,
yeah. We were always told if you're going to mess up real good. Look good doing it.
That's right. When in doubt, fire out.
There you go.
Hold yourself on that.
Better get somebody if you're going to give up 5.
There's that double wing again, or double wing to the right. Sprint roll mine in his foot. But look at Minster.
Nice play, Kevin.
Come back with a trick play, and they roll to the right and throw to the short side tight end on the left. But Minster with great closing speed.
Well, on a play like that, Shane, that play can work, but I've always seen them where they would take the tight end and drag him all the way across the field, bring him from the wide side, from the other side, which, let him get caught up in a little bit of traffic there, and then by that time the play's opened up for him.
Well, usually the time, and in my experience, the time you see that type of play is not 3rd and 20 or 3rd and 17. You see it on 4th and goal, 3rd and goal, where it's so congested, and there is a possibility of an inside running attack.
You know
what I mean?
Yeah, I'm following you now, and you're exactly right on that. It's similar to what it was in today's Houston Chronicle about the pass when Texas beat Nebraska a couple years ago.
Exactly, that's the same deal. It was 4th and short, and therefore everybody was concentrating on the run, and they let old Derek Lewis, I believe, sneak out of the tight end there.
Yeah, and he's not the most loved man in Omaha or Lincoln or wherever the heck they're at. Lincoln this weekend.
Lincoln, that's right.
Because he's back for his senior year, and I'm sure he feels pretty good about himself still.
See how he feels Saturday night. Nebraska, boy, they're going to be tough.
Run him down, Tip. That's what I'm talking about, that pitch.
And they don't get the first down. Good job by Kabinka. And usually Kabinka brings the wood, but this time 24, he lowered his shoulder, but hey, Kurt, you got to hand it to him. He ducked down and got him out of bounds.
There you go. Made a fine play, stop him short of the first down. We got 1:39, Shane. What do we do?
Well, I tell you, the tight ball game that this has come to be, I say we air it out or run some pro style offense here and try to get at least some points out of this possession. And they do straight drop.
Get Kurt one-on-one there. It's a foot. Oh, they had the angle on him, but that's a nice play.
Speed is something else. That Kurt, I said it today. If I had his speed, I'd still be playing.
And we all agreed with you. That was after the Booster Club meeting. Outstanding there. Kurt gained about 12 yards on his own. There's your three-step drop again. Joe looked good. He laid it out there on a clothesline, and it looked real good.
It's taking the thought process out for Blanchett, and it's allowing the receivers to do the work that they deserve to do. I'm going to run it to this side.
Now he's gone. Now he goes.
Oh, and a good job by number 21 of Yorktown. I got to say his name because that's a hell of a play. Travis Bolt.
Yes, nice play to get Kabinka.
130 pounds.
Whoa, 130
Heck
pounds.
of a play. Sorry, Jimmy.
Well, on that play right there, he was the touchdown stopper because Kurt had the end zone in front of him, and Schulenburg's going with the hurry-up offense. We still got 1:15 seconds, and we've moved the ball 40 yards. Yeah, on the hitch and go. Whoa.
Uncatchable. And they tried to run the out and up, and number 5 bit on it a little bit, but if Joe puts the ball inside, of course, I think it's designed to go outside.
Yeah, you throw it to the protected side of the ball.
Copeland putting pressure
got
on
the defensive back on the inside, and hopefully the sidelines or the receiver will catch the ball. That way there's nothing bad happens.
And I've said this from the time that Hoosman started here, and McNeil has carried that on the offensive coordinator side. But because Schulenburg has the ability to throw the ball in these situations.
Look at that block. Joel Blanchett. Whoa.
32 yards at a.
Boy, if that's not a backbreaker, Steve.
Oh, man. Shane, I tell you what, buddy, I got so excited, folks. I apologize at home. Joel Blanchett was 20 yards downfield, and he absolutely annihilated the strong safety. Banjo read his blocks well and really made a great run, but I love that blocking. It started at the offensive line, and then you got your old quarterback out there hitting somebody like that.
That's right. So looks like they're going to go for 2 here with 58 seconds left in the half. A little too far outside. And I don't exactly know what. I think the play might be like a quick post and flat. You would say flag, but it's kind of hard to go for the flag when you're on the 3-yard line.
Right. Looked like a little fade into the end zone there. And Shane, excellent drive by the Shorthorns. They took less than a minute to go about 79 yards or so.
Yorktown's experienced that from Schulenburg before. And, they're accustomed to the fact that Schulenburg has a balanced set. They run a balanced offense. They run to the right, left, to the weak or strong side, and then throw the ball. And that, to me, when you're playing on defense, when you're a scouting team, and they can do all of it, that's what puts you in a tough position.
That's right, Shane. It does. And Schulenburg, I tell you what, I don't know. It was just a great call because Yorktown was bringing all of their linebackers. There was nothing left behind the line of scrimmage except for the secondary. Blanchett took care of the one man that could have really made the play once Clarence broke out of the box.
So with 58 seconds, the Horns will kick off. And I got to wonder here, Steve, if he's going to put the foot into it or if he's going to try to squib it down the middle.
Well, they got they got their good backs back there, and you know, I don't want to give up 6.
There you go.
A good job of sticking there by James Jones, and I didn't see who else came up from the play. So it'll be first and 10 for
Blake
Yorktown.
Vacera helping
Blake
out
Vacera
there.
was on there. 53 seconds left in the half. And it'll be interesting to see if Yorktown just plugs up the middle or if they try to drop back and do something a little fancier here.
Well, you know, we were asking that same thing. I asked you that question about Schulenburg a minute ago, and literally. And if I'm Yorktown, I'm at home. I'm chasing 11 points. I want to try to score.
Well, they come out in the old unbalanced familiar set here. I guess that's all they run out of, Steve. No, they're going to.
They straightened up a few times, but basically they stayed in that same set.
And I just, you know, it's amazing to me against Shiner that they were down 21-0 and came back with this style of offense. If they did not change anything, didn't the kickoff return bring them back in the?
Yeah, yes, that's what was said today. That a kickoff return brought them back into the ball game, but they still made up. You know, another. They were knocking on the door to end the ball game to try to go for the win. He's limping.
Dennis Wallace on the carry.
It looks as if that's going to be the last play of the half.
For the Shorthorns.
So the Horns will go in with a 11-point lead.
3-yard gain by Wallace on the left.
Yeah, that's going to be the end of the half. All right, so the end of the half, it's the Horns 18, the Wildcats 7, and good half a ball here for the Shorthorns, Steve.
Yeah, Shane. You know, we were opportunistic. All in all, I'd say it was a good first half. I'm concerned. You know, the bend don't break defense is nice as long as we don't break.
Footballs are donated by citizens.
And so I'd like to see them come out and play good defense in the second half.
That sounds good. So Horns fans will be back at the second half action after this halftime show.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Schulenburg Shorthorn Band under the direction of R.J. Williams and under the field direction of drum major Sarah Hollis. The 1998-99 twirlers is Ashley Swanky and feature twirler is Brittany Coons. Color guard captain is Jamie Carter. The band member of the week is Casey Davis. Congratulations. The band has a Halloween treat for you. No tricks involved. Now sit back and enjoy Sending the Clown. The Bells will now perform a military routine to excel.
Hey, Steve took my water, my rest of my hot dog. You're on. We're live. All right. Here we go. Shane, looks like we're going to start second half on offense.
Yorktown will kick off to start the second half. Michael Cup to kick off.
Michael Cup to kick. We heard it first right here. Banjo's back deep. Kind of did a lob kick the time before, and here they go again. Woo, and I tell you what, that has to be a strategy there, Steve.
There's no doubt about it, Shane. They want to keep it away from Kurt and Banjo. They're just trying to pooch the ball down there and make us start from the 20 or so. If they're lucky, maybe recover the ball.
I tell you, it looks like Schumer's going to make them kick it again. And I tell you, I do it every time. Pretty soon they'll be kicking from their goal line.
There you go. And right now, I'd like to see him slide Minster over a little bit and get him out of the middle of the field. It looks like they did something a little different. They swapped Clarence with Tip.
I'll see if they kick it deep here.
Well, let's see Yorktown's coaches. They outsmarted themselves a little earlier a couple times. When they threw that, when they went to the pass on first down after a good drive, and then when they blitzed all their linebackers on Clarence's pitch for the touchdown. I hope they outguess themselves again and kick it to Clarence. I'll take it to Kurt. Oh, yeah.
Kurt Kubenka on the return.
Kurt returns it about 10 yards to a host of Wildcats, but it's going to still be good field position there, Steve, about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and, Shane, that's a little better than had we taken it out of bounds. However, I think on that penalty we had the option to take it on the 35. But I'd rather see us get a chance to break one.
That's right. We could have popped a big one there. You just never know. Nonetheless, the Horns start out. Here we've got the over again, so look for something to this side of the field, Steve, until the Wildcats adjust. Banjo, a nice job of fighting to get back towards the line of scrimmage, but it seemed like if Yorktown didn't adjust alignment-wise, they sure did in their pursuit.
Yes, either the adjustment or the execution was there on that play. Clarence is our go-to back, and it's nice to see us go to him to start the second half. I think that Coach McNeil's doing a good job of mixing things up and setting things up, and hopefully that's what he's up to right now.
So we come back with Twins, and it's the slip screen. Oh, and it's a incomplete pass. Kurt was actually trying to run a little bit before he caught it. And in that time, I tell you, and this takes me back to when I was in high school, back when I was quarterbacking, we did several things very well. We did the option well. We did the slip screen, the quick, what we called a quick pitch, was just a pitch to the half side back. And I remember we ran it about 3 times on Yorktown, and we got good yardage. And then after that, those 3 what I call the well plays, because whenever we needed a yard, we'd go to the well, and they just shut us down. And it looks like Yorktown has picked up.
Nice block by Tip, but it just Yorktown spread it out real well.
And this is kind of what I'm saying. I think Yorktown brings a mental state to the game. They don't just come to the game and are going to get lulled to sleep and get beat on the same play all night long. And I'll bet that the Shiner team that played them saw much of this.
I think you're going to be right on this, Shane, and I hope that we've got a few adjustments that in case what worked so well in the first half, come out, try to reestablish it. If you can't reestablish it, let's go to plan B. We got to put points on the board.
Because, thinking back, and I'm saying this hindsight after they stopped us 3 and out here, but in the Shiner game, Shiner was up 20 or 21-0. Ooh, and he gets it off.
Oh, great roll.
That's another flashback there. Uh-oh. I think we got a late hit.
Clarence is clapping.
And I really...
Get out of there, Clarence. Get to your side of the ball, Clarence. You don't need to be clapping in their secondary, buddy.
I think we're going to have a personal foul, kind of a late hit. But I got to tell you, Steve, I'm not saying that I don't...
42 yards on the
I don't believe in that call. I know he's 25 yards away from the play. But when you're on the field, you are a live target. And I hate sympathy calls. Of course, I'll take it here. But, you got to have your head on a swivel. I don't give a darn who you are or where you are on the field.
That's right. Go till the whistle blows, and I think that the Zebras need to let you play till the whistle blows. You know, I had one of my teams several years ago. It was a lot of the kids' first year to play tackle football, and we ran into an old bear of the woods, a coach that had been doing it a long time, and my parents after the game were crying because they were late hitting us and stuff, and one of my kids stood up and said, "No, Mom, you know, we weren't going to the whistle blew, and they were," and I just like to see aggressive football.
All right, so the Wildcats come out unbalanced to the field. Shorthorns with a late shift on defense and bring Minster down on the end. And it looks like that's what they're going to do, Steve, is they're going to bring those guys in. They're going to put 6 guys on the line of scrimmage, maybe 7, and make Yorktown throw the ball.
Yeah, very similar, like Jimmy Carter just mentioned. It's similar to that in the Shiner game. You know, stack that line, take it away from them, and make them throw the ball. And let's hope we get the same results.
So they go back to unbalanced to the field here, split to the short side, and here we step up again. 7 guys on the line of scrimmage. Sprint out. And that is basically, when you stuff all those guys in there, that is basically the threat you make yourself vulnerable to, and that's the outside or the pass.
Right, and the quarterback, I don't know if he audibled out Shane, but he definitely was looking up and down the line of scrimmage and looking at our guys. You know, the coaching staff's giving him credit for being a good athlete, a smart athlete, and it showed that time.
So they're going to come out to measure, as it would be 3rd down and short.
He's short.
Unless, you know, they don't have the respected lines keepers that the Shorthorns do and Rodney Mahawkey.
Eagle Eye Mahawkey called down the yard short, about a foot short, a ball short, and that's what it was. Looking at what, Shane, third in that football length.
3rd in the football. You know, and I've heard from Rodney Mahawkey that he can see from right here. He can see a caterpillar across the 50-yard line on the other hash mark. So he is good.
No doubt, the man has he is eagle eye. Nothing gets by him.
That's right. So 3rd in the football length, and gosh, if the Horns could ever come up here big, they'd stuff them here. But you know, I'm sure we're going to put plenty of men on the line of scrimmage. I tell you, these are the types of plays too, Steve, that you allow a team to get back in it because you're so intent on hitting him behind the line of scrimmage. He breaks a tackle and he's gone.
That's right. He can score. He can. You know, Tony Dorsett with the Cowboys used to do that, and you know, you think you're going to gear up to stop him, and he pops through that hole. Good play there, though. Oh.
All right, second effort gets it for the first down for the Yorktown Wildcats. But I tell you, you know, another one that brings I'm falling around there. That brings some Shorthorns some recent memory was Rodney Thomas in the Astrodome, 4th down and about 2. And he bounced off 3-4 tacklers for the Horns and went about 60 yards.
Right.
Of course, that's Rodney Thomas. I don't think Warwas is in anywhere close to Thomas's league.
No, but I tell you what, he's a good high school back. He's got good lean, and he leaned and fought for that extra yard, which gave him the first down that time. Ball's on the turf. It looks like we got it.
The fumble on the play, Schulenburg has the
Pat Marty.
Now that Pat Marty's on the ball. It looked like the quarterback there wrestled away from Marty on the ground, but nonetheless, the referees had already indicated Shorthorn ball. So it'll be 1st and 10 and a great break for the Horns.
Oh, big time. And you know, it just looked like he didn't get up underneath that time. Shane may have pulled out a little bit. That right there is a big-time mistake. We're sitting up real pretty now, you know, inside their 30-yard line.
This will be 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Straight drop. Oh. And Gallup goes up for it and almost was able to catch it on the tip.
Jason Perez.
But interesting to see the sophomore, you know, isolated out there. Look like Carl Pickens out there on the DB, didn't
there
it?
you go. Well, you know, they looked like they were loading up on Kurt on this side and left him out there one-on-one. And you know, he's a good athlete, Shane, and he's got a lot of moxie. And he went after that ball. He concentrated until it hit the turf. I don't disagree with that call. I like going for it there.
Straight drop, and Blanchett does a nice job. And that is something that I think the Horns need is when you're in trouble to scramble out and make something happen. Unfortunately, it might be a holding call here.
Yeah,
on
it's
the
in the
Horns.
backfield there. That's generally what it calls there. Oh, and this hurts because it's from the spot of the foul.
Looked like it was going to be a quick post to Gallo, and it looked like it had room to succeed there, but somebody was around Blanchett's ankles before he had time or as he was setting up the throw.
I like the look there. They ran last week. They isolated Gallo a couple of times, Shane, and his athleticism really showed. We talked about this. A lot of people. I think the Shorthorns are best with Joe Blanchett at quarterback. I like his senior leadership, and plus I like the weapons that he has to go to when he's back there by putting Brent on that wide out. He's got it outside. There it is, baby. Get the first down.
He got real near the first down, a gain of about 17 yards. And excellent effort there out. A good block by Gallup. Also Davis out there leading. But you can't say enough about just Kurt's aggressive style of running lately.
Yeah, it shows. Kurt realizes that this is the ninth football game in what we hope is it looks like a large school run and a 15-game run this year. But Kurt's a senior. He's got to lay it out now. He doesn't have a whole lot of quarters of football left in high school.
So Tipka busting up the middle. It looks like he's going to have the first down.
Nice run by Tip. That time once again, I'm going to give Coach McNeil credit, Shane. They're keying on Banjo. Give the ball to Tip, and he's going to run hard. He carries the ball 4 or 5 times a game, and he likes to take advantage of every one of them.
And it's a good job there up front by the line. Marty and Valenzuela Davis on the right side. Bubella and I didn't see who was on the Bubella. And James Jones on left tackle.
Hey,
Chip.
You mentioned their name and they give you a reason to talk about them. I tell you what, Chip Bubella. Chip come out to our game last week. We played in Smithville with the young team, and if you're going to go around that big man, you better pack a lunch.
That's right. He's a load, isn't he?
He's a wide load, and I'm glad to have him back another year. It's him and people like him that are going to make it happen for us next year.
What feet? What can you say, Steve?
Low and going. Beautiful run by Tip. Chip Bubella pulled on that play. They called the same play. They went right back to it, and he blew through that hole so hard, I think people got out of his way. I don't know if he hit anybody or not, but they were moving.
That was an excellent job of Tippy as well as a line, but he gets hit about 3 or 4 yards down the field and is able to keep his balance and go into the end zone for the touchdown.
Beautiful blocking on that right side by Jones and Valenzuela.
So Coy knocks it through. And it was 7:07 left in the third period. It's the Horns, should be 25. There it is, 25, the Wildcats 7.
I like the way you're zooming and stuff. Were you able to get him to the sideline?
Oh, yeah, you can keep Bacon's over there.
Jimmy's probably that side.
Yeah. Okay, let me get this.
You haven't done no commercials yet, have you?
All right, we're going to take this time to thank some of our sponsors for the Shorthorn and Yorktown game this evening on the 30th of October. James and Dolly Hatfield, Don Blanchett, attorney at law, Highway 77 North in Schulenburg, WB Foods in 101 West Jackson in Weimar. WB Foods salutes our Shorthorn football team, cheerleaders, bells, and band on their winning efforts. Country Fresh Cleaners at your service, providing the very best in dry cleaning. Fast, convenient service for fresh starts, shirts and jeans, helping you look your best. Schumer Printing and Office Supplies and Sports Specialties. The Prosky family proudly supports the Horns and Lady Horns. MCO on North Main in Schulenburg says good luck from staff and management of MCO and Ken Banks, the owner. Baumgard Matula Company in Schulenburg, located on North Main. Larry Schwenke and Miranda Skalka. Benjamin Moore Paints and Paint Sundries. Carpet in stock, a full line of wall covering. Hardware and lumber, also installation of flooring available. Wellborn Petroleum Company with Schulenburg Food Mart and JW's Exxon. Rotec Overhead Systems and Equipment. Tom and Carla Roman, Dolores and Tom Sanders. Number 5 to receive the kick, and he fumbles on the 5. He still fumbles. Fumble, fumble, fumble. Uh-oh, uh-oh. And it was James Jones, who's number... James Jones, and I don't know who number 5 is. Number 5, who's number 5? No, Michael Davis.
Yeah, for the
Michael Davis. Okay, let me finish these sponsors here. Shrinky Baumgarten Funeral Home on South Main in Schulenburg. Kromschek Insurance Agency in Schulenburg. Kromschek Insurance Agency has been serving the community for 64 years. Let Howard or Shelton serve your insurance needs. Also, you could call Central 21 Real Estate. So, what's the penalty here, Steve? Oh, and Jerry and Jenny Kubinka. I'm sorry, Jerry and Jenny. My favorite couple. 15. Player disqualified. Ooh.
Move the ball to the 25-yard line. First and 10, Yorktown, the old 25-yard line.
I think we had a brain fart, Steve. Somebody on the team in the referee's eyes did not observe the rules closely enough, and we did get an unsportsmanlike conduct. We don't know who it is this time, but and we're not going to mention any names. You know who you are. We don't need to accentuate that.
Well, let me tell you what happened to him, Shane. He was hustling downfield, and there were 3 black shirts around him at the goal line. He was all by himself, and they were kind of pushing on him. And the big rascal took up for himself, and when he did, as usual, that's who they see was the man retaliating, and they caught one of our ball players, and he's going to get a seat right beside Coach Wild for the rest of the night.
Well, and it's good that it happens now. Obviously, I mean, we need this ball game. Number 1 to get in the playoffs. Number 2 just to keep our streak alive of consecutive wins in district. But this will come in handy in the playoffs if somebody's picking on them after the whistle.
Right, it's a maturity thing, and you know, I think most of us have done it. It's whether we've got caught or not, and you stick out like a sore thumb when you're 15 yards away from the ball.
That's for sure.
With us being thin in the line, you know, it's really hard down there with all the emotions and stuff, but you just try to turn your back and walk away. That's the best thing to do, guys. As you get a little farther into the playoffs and stuff, people are going to try to set you up, and don't let them get to you, fellas.
All right, so it'll be 3rd and 3, unbalanced into the short side of the field.
Boy, he bobs.
Ruben Flores, ball carrier.
Good job by Cullen Claysville to put a shoulder on him, but I believe, he is short of the first down, it looks like. So it is going to be 4th, and you got to think if you're Yorktown here, you got to go for it here. I mean,
well, Shane, they've been able to get 3 yards all night long. They're chasing 18 points. They've got to do something quick because, you know, we're sitting here with about 5 minutes left in the third quarter. They're at home. They got to make something happen now.
So it'll be 4th and about a foot, maybe a half yard.
Nice play.
I tell you what, it depends on the spot he gets. I think they gave him a pretty good spot.
Well, Shane, once again, that's number 24 wanting to go forward. He does not like to go backwards.
Was that Roman in on his legs early in the backfield? Well, he must have shot the gap because he was back there now.
Yeah, we had good penetration that time, and that's how, like you mentioned in the first half, Shane, it's so important when you got a good, strong back like that to get him before he gets going in that backfield.
He gets it by about 3/4 of a ball here.
Well, you know, it's definitely a game of inches, Shane. They missed the last one by about a foot, and now they get this one by about a foot.
So with 5:28 left in the third quarter, a very pivotal fourth down turns into a first down for the Yorktown Wildcats. Come out with unbalanced to the short side of the field again. Probably going to come this way. Yes, they do. And he keeps a lot of room out there.
Jordan Flores on the carry.
Oh, Clazel's ducking his shoulder and he's grabbing.
Clazel made the tackle.
It almost looked like the quarterback there for Yorktown,
Second and 2.
Flores, was going to be able to keep his feet and go trot down the sideline.
Good stop by Cullen out there. He was all by himself, really, on that play, Shane. I think we had some guys having the angle, but that run definitely could have ran for another 20 yards if Cullen doesn't make that stop.
Well, 2nd and 2, a good gain of 8 for Yorktown on the first down. Come out with unbalanced yet again.
There you go.
I tell you, Pat Marty forms him up like it's written up, but 24, like we've said all night, Warwas, he does not like to go backwards, and he spins off and gains about 30 yards, enough for a first.
Shane, that's an attitude. That's all that is right there. You've got Pat Marty, the irresistible force, and you've got that running back, the unmovable object right there. And Pat did everything he's supposed to do. I think John Davis even got a piece of him, but the young man still fought for that extra bit. God, he's good. I like that, man. I like running backs like that.
So it's 1st and 10, unbalanced again. Horns do the shift. Pass. Oh, and Minster with the interception. Kevin Minster rides the tight end's back, number 12 for Yorktown, and you just can't say enough. You know, they have been, I mean, if Yorktown has played it to a T, they have run almost at will against the Horns. They come up to throw, and the Horns are right on target.
Isn't that awesome, Shane? And you know, once again, Coach Wild, this is for you. Good job, fellas. Good job, staff, because the Horns weren't asleep, and that's what Yorktown tries to do to you.
This has got that type of play is what has to make coaching worthwhile. So they come out and pro set in the boundary. I tell you, even though it is a little behind Kobenka, but I tell you that the thing that impressed upon me was after Kurt couldn't make the grab, number 13 comes up to try to put a lethal hit on him, and he doesn't even knock him off of his feet. So we've got a weapon out there, Steve, and Kurt is fully realizing his potential, and I see limitless bounds out there.
Oh yeah, and this is what it's all about. You know, we keep going like we're playoff bound again, and you know, the teams that we face out of that tough district there.
And we had a new split end in I haven't seen yet this year, and that's Leonard Johnson. And I know a bunch of Leonard's kinfolk. Actually played with a couple of them, his uncle, and I'm sure he's going to be a heck of a talent in the future.
Well, you know, Yorktown isn't fielding a JV team right now, Shane. We got some ball players pulled up on the varsity, getting to see a little bit of action. Is that what the deal is with Mr. Johnson?
I would guess so. I know he was on JV. No, actually, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think he was on JV. I think you're right. Good job by Banjo there of just knocking the ball down.
Broken up by Cody Day. 4th down.
Could have been curtains there, Steve.
Yeah. Day was real physical in that play. Slammed Banjo to the ground pretty hard. You know, don't lose our cool, guys. Let's play good football and field and cover this punt well now.
All right, so the punt is about a 35-yard punt.
35
37-yard punt by Branson. No ball.
37.
Joe's got to start staying in there and getting popped on those ones.
We'd like to announce that there will be a fifth quarter youth fellowship following the football game tonight at the Playatorium, sponsored by Holy Cross Catholic Church. Also, the Kitty Cat volleyball team will be playing in Seguin at 7 o'clock on Tuesday for their first playoff game.
First down and 10 for the Wildcats. Come up with unbalance to the field.
Schulenburg looks like they got 7 men on line of scrimmage, Shane.
I believe it's now at 7.
Yeah,
They do that shift. Boy, that I tell you, that's number 13 this time. We haven't called his Jason Perez. We haven't called his number much because it's been all Warwas up to this point. But even Perez shows the resolve to keep going and plugging, and a gain of 5 there on first down. So what the Horns have to, they're 3 scores up, and the type of offense that Yorktown has, if we can keep them from the big play and do some time management ourselves, we can have this ball game at hand. But obviously it's way too early to start talking about that now. And just when I start talking about it, they cap off about a 30-yard run. And luckily that Schulenburg possessed a little more speed than Walrus, or it could have been touchdown.
Yeah, Walrus is a throwback running back. He just runs straight ahead. He didn't start weaving or bobbing or anything, Shane. And Kurt ran him down pretty easy, but I'd rather get him before he gets going.
That's for sure. And Kurt did a nice job there. I was hoping he'd get it, but he tried to strip him, but he was not able to get up on him. If you ask me, he could have taken another step, and then he really could have taken a good whack at that ball. Walrus for a gain of about 3 yards off left tackle. And we just got to keep popping with the line of scrimmage. I don't know what else.
That's all we can do. That time, Coy Romine, Pat Marty, James Jones all in on the stop. It looked like Minster got a little bit of that action. Shane, they're just going to keep coming at us.
Most certainly, Steve.
Nice stop.
Good job by Davis there. I believe somebody might have been on him low.
Brent Gallo came firing in, hit him low, and Big John Davis was teeing off on him. And, basically, Shane, we have just effectively stopped him. He's gained 4 yards on 2 carries, and that's how you got to stop that guy. Hit him low and have someone else help finish him off.
And this is something we hadn't seen. He kind of limps off. I think he's been kind of gimping all night. But so 24 is out of the ball game, and they come out with the same set. 33 in the ball game, Stephen Berm. Luke Carey on the carry. He's a 130-pound sophomore, and kind of surprising they bring out their horses and give it to Luke there.
Well, evidently they feel like it's their scheme more than it is their running back, and that's all well and good to think that way, but you can see that the little scat back there, he moved his feet well, gained a few extra yards. I just don't think that he's got what that big senior has.
No, so it's 4th down and about 3, and they don't change the backfield.
Well, they got Warris over here on the sideline. Shane looked like they got his shoe off with the trainer working on him. But he does everything. Yeah, we know what he does right is he pops some shoulders. He's good at it.
I think they're going to call it on him this time, Steve.
Yeah, I think Coach Mahawkey had it. Shane looked like the back just got a little ahead of his quarterback.
5-yard penalty, illegal procedure against the Wildcats. 4th and 8.
So a very detrimental penalty to this drive, and I'm not sure they'll get this playoff with 13 seconds of counting in the 3rd quarter. It's going to be close.
Shane, they got a wide side of the field to the left, and on a play like this, I think they're just confident enough in that quarterback to sprint him out. and I hope we're looking for it.
So with the end of the third quarter, it's the Shorthorns 25, the Yorktown Wildcats 7.
All we got to do is score 2 more touchdowns. I look pretty good at 42-6.
If you could get your tickets out.
Okay, we'll take this time to thank our sponsors one final time.
Sponsored by the Yorktown Athletic Booster Club.
James and Dolly Hatfield, Don Blanchett, attorney at law, Dobie Foods, Country Fresh Cleaners in Schulenburg, Schulenburg Printing and Office Supplies and Sports Specialties, MCO located in Schulenburg, Baumgarten Matula Company in Schulenburg, Wellborn Petroleum Company with Schulenburg Food Mart and JW's Exxon, Rotec Overhead Systems and Equipment, Dolores and Tom Sanders,
Sponsored by Holy Cross.
Jerry and Jenny Kobinka,
Also this Tuesday night,
Krumshek Insurance Agency,
we'll be playing their first playoff game.
and Schwenke Baumgarten Funeral Home in Schulenburg. We'd like to thank our sponsors once again for all their support. So, Steve, with 12 minutes to play, 4th down and 9, a big down for the Horns.
Yeah, Shane, we're up 18. 18 points have been scored in a quarter plenty of times. Let's stop them here and use a good ball control drive to eat some of that clock up.
They come out with the double slot, straight drop back, something we haven't seen this evening.
Oh, he got killed. Oh!
Lawrence's pass intended for Jason.
Well, I tell you what, John Davis brought the heat, but a nice pass by 15, and Gallo kind of misjudged the ball. Really could have been a big play for the Wildcats.
Shane, looked like they were set up 1st and 10. Coach Walters pat Brennan on the hiney and said, hey, good tough play, but on that situation, you don't want to look for a pick. You want to look for a knockdown. And I think that's just a young man wanting to make a play.
Yeah. Well, let's see if the Horns can do some clock management of their own here.
Yeah, I'd like to see him run the ball a little bit. You got Clarence about 7-8 yards deep, and they give the tip. Well, did you see Tip grab Big 75 and run with him?
Has that low center of gravity, and Tippy can do that sort of thing. He's a strong kid.
75 is Chris Powell. He's a 260-pound defensive tackle. He climbed on Tip at about the line of scrimmage, and looks like that Tip drug him for about 6 feet, a couple of yards there.
So it's going to be
Jimmy Carter.
So it's going to be Twins. They run a sweep to this side.
Lance Irving. Touchdown, Schulenburg.
Well, Shane,
Never ceases to amaze there. I mean,
Clarence Irving.
it looked like they had him contained somewhat in the backfield. He breaks 2 or 3 tackles, tippy toes the sideline. A great job of blocking the lead blocker. I believe the fullback kicked out. Another guy, one of the receivers sealed. And, I mean, it was off to the races, and there's nobody that can compare with him on the Yorktown team.
No, it was really a good run by Clarence. Tip gave him a good shield block in the backfield. Someone, I think it may have been Kurt or somebody gave him a block there at the line of scrimmage. And once again, though, Joel Blanchett delivering the final block that sprung Clarence.
Yorktown 7.
Seems that he might have a penalty on the extra point, which was good.
Well, obviously, Shane, the coaches aren't listening to you tonight. I know you wanted to eat up that clock there and stuff, and you can talk to them about it after the game. We need to eat up that clock, right?
Well, I mean, whenever you run the ball, that's your intent. I'm sure with 25-7 that Coach Wild, if he's running plays, he's telling his players, look, if you have an opportunity, unless you have got an opportunity to break a big one like Banjo just did, if it's a no-win situation, you're gonna have to run out of bounds. Just fall down right short of the sideline. Keep the clock moving. There's no problem with that.
That's right. And excellent play call. The sweep is a clock killing play because it takes so long to get the ball set back up and everything. And a sweep will guarantee taking up a half minute on the clock. And so we were obviously running out the clock, and Clarence just carried the mail by an extra 50 yards.
11:06 left in the game. It's the Horns 32, Yorktown 7. And Steve, I kind of like, I know you got your pick as well on your pick sheet, but I'm kind of liking my, what did I pick? 35 to 13, I believe, is what I picked.
Well, I'm at 42-6, and we need to get it on a little bit more. Coach, start throwing the ball, Coach. Start throwing the ball. To heck with this ground control stuff.
Jason Perez, Junior Perez, and Travis both.
You know, on a serious note, though, Shane, I really do like what I'm seeing tonight. We're out here in a hostile territory, and you know, Yorktown has brought their game to the park tonight, to the field tonight. They're not laying down by any means. We're just taking it to them again.
Roman
Nice kick.
with a good foot.
Now bouncing.
Perez, oh my word. And Roman puts a licking on him. Boy.
Coy, you know, he has that cast on his right hand, on his left hand there, and I tell you what, he really ripped the return man, and what I liked about it was after he ripped him, he couldn't quite wrap him up, but he stayed with him and got a little more.
Oh man, I bet he went back 4 yards.
There's no doubt about it. That was a beautiful play by Big 16. You know, young man's really he's giving it up for the team. He's got an injury and that would affect some people, but not. You know, Coy's playing to it, and that's good for us. No, they keep going north.
And he's in the backfield again.
The ball carrier.
The ball carrier was able to bounce off, but looks like Gallo and Minster and Marty are in on the cleanup tackle.
When you get that good penetration, it slows the back up, lets those linebackers come over and get the glory. And you know, that's why linebackers ought to, you know, really remember that they're just as good as they're only as good as those down front four controlling that line of scrimmage can make them.
That is definitely true. Fumble.
Looks like we got it, Shane.
And the Shorthorns have recovered the ball.
Brent
Gallo. I did not see who it got it, but Brent Gallo comes up with the ball, and it just looked like a fumble exchange. And it appears as the Wildcats are really having a hard time here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Shane, you know, our want to and our tenacity is really what has brought us to where we're at tonight. And we keep this kind of intensity up, and I don't care who 27-2A sends at us, we're ready to play football.
That is certain. And Jimmy Carter, the official, there he is, number 24 in the shimmy shirt there, our official statistician / filmer / color.
Director.
Yeah, / director. Notified us that number 24 is taking his shoulder pads off and his thigh pads. Oh, and Joel, and I tell you the truth, Steve, I hate to see that. With 10 minutes left to go in the game, you got your starting quarterback dropping back and getting 4 or 5 guys to get to take a shot at him.
Yeah, that's that old Pittsburgh Steeler Terry Bradshaw mentality. After every turnover, try to go up top and score. I think there's a time for that, and you know, armchair quarterback up here, but I don't think this is that time.
No, well, you know, here we've got Leonard in the game again. It's a new face that we haven't seen much this year. But I kind of agree with you. Up 25 points, I'm not sure that's in our best interest.
Baby.
Oh, and a nice tackle by 33 of Yorktown. Just looked like a sprint draw.
Yeah,
and Banjo just takes it right up the gut, makes a couple moves, and he's a special guy to watch.
Yeah, that was real nice. It was a pretty draw play. And, you know, Yorktown had their ears pinned back, and they were coming to get Blancett. And good call by the coaches. Sets us up about 3rd and 8. And, you know, that's certainly a makeable first down now.
So it'll be 3rd and 9 here. Pro right.
Blancett.
Late hit.
Intended for Brent Gallo. We have a flag down on the play. Personal foul, roughing the passer against Yorktown.
I didn't see who was on, but it's really trivial anyway. Yeah, it's roughing the passer against Joel, it's against Yorktown, but on Joel. So it'll be an automatic first down, and I guess quite a gift, Steve.
Right. Well, you know, Shane, a lot of times when you're down like this, the emotions get the better of you. I'm gonna say that that young man was not told to do that in any means. I think that the Yorktown staff. Yorktown's a well-coached team, and I think that he just got caught up in the moment there a little bit, and gave us a gift.
And it's something when you've been fighting and struggling to get to a quarterback all night, and you finally get that opportunity. It's hard to pull back sometimes.
Tip.
Well, Tip goes the ball carrier.
And Tippy keeps his feet going, and a good gain on first down. Kind of was tripped up, but it'll be 2nd and 5.
Did you say 47? 40, 47? I want to 40. 38 to 7, 39 to 7. Go for 2. 40 to 7.
39-7. I'll take that.
That was a fine run by Tip in there, following that big wide body of Chip Bubella and Stephen Valenzuela in there, also running at the right guard. And look at that. Nice play.
Joel blasted on a 5-yard run for the touchdown.
Look like Steve Young.
There you go, Steve Young Jr. Nice. You know, that was just heads-up play. I don't know if that was a play that Coach McNeil had called. Joel come up to the line of scrimmage. You know, he did that a couple times last week, and he busted one off for quite a big gain. And he just seen it and a quick hitter and go.
Well, I tell you, it kind of struck me funny that we haven't tried that earlier, unless that they just had some kids in the junior high that didn't know what they were doing, because you'll remember Coach Stewart and Coach Garza were talking about it this today in Booster Club about quarterback sneaks and how successful a play it was against this defensive alignment.
Right, and obviously Yorktown is doing it the way you're supposed to in football. From the 7th grade up through the varsity, they're all running the same system. And man, let's just give credit to the Shorthorn staff. You know, that's a rebuilt staff over there this year to a certain degree. You lose one of the winningest 2A coaches of the decade. He goes on and moves up the ladder to a 3A school, and you can't blame a man for taking a so-called promotion. But to me, Coach Wild and McNeil and the guys over there and all their support staff there at Schulenburg High School is doing a good job with this team.
They have done an excellent job, and the kids have responded well. I'd like to note, didn't note it, but Coy Roman knocked the extra point through. So with 8:05 left in the game, it's 39-7, and the Horns come out for yet another kickoff. And just got to put this one in the record book, Steve.
Yeah, and I think that's number 46 in a row. Just 44 in a row. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Statistician over there.
Yep, Jimmy Carter setting me straight. And the 44th straight district win. But the thing I like about it, Shane, is we're playing a good caliber of football right now. You know, we look at Romine putting that ball 4 yards in the end zone.
Did you see that Yorktown sent somebody right after him after that last hit he made?
They're not gonna.
That might be a coach-inspired thing. I'll tell you, we had back when I was in high school, we played Refugio, and they had a kicker, and in the film he looked like he was about 5'10" and maybe 175 pounds. But he would kick, and he'd do all this antics after he kicked, and he act like a real thespian out there, you know. And Coach said,
You're being kind.
I want somebody to go out and knock his tail off. And we line up for the kickoff. And I'm telling you, Steve, this guy's 6'4", and it was about 235. And we never touched him.
Smart move. When you're that big, you can get away with that.
That's right. Well, and Kurt does a good job. I mean, he missed him the first time, but he comes back and makes play. And I don't mind that play at all, Steve. He came back and hustled. I mean, granted, we'd rather have him for a loss, but
Oh yeah, you want that. Kurt didn't give up on the play, and Kevin had a beat on him. The guy slipped him, and Banjo was closing fast. But 41, while he doesn't appear to run as hard as 24, he definitely has some moves back there.
And he is, I believe, 41. Luke Curry is only a 130-pound sophomore, so might be something to keep track of in the future.
He's giving up 50 pounds to the big guy. Oh, nice play. Pat Marty time.
Marty shoots the gap, and boy, just takes the quarterback, Cody Borgfield, who's also a sophomore. And so it seems as if Yorktown, taking Warwolves out and taking the starting quarterback out and Perez out, it seems like they're just gonna lick their wounds going into next week. They know if they win the ball game next week, they're going to playoffs no matter what.
That's right. I hadn't heard since halftime. I know Bloomington was down by 1 to Weimar. Yorktown, I believe, closes with Bloomington next week, if I'm not mistaken. And if Bloomington can come back and win against Weimar tonight, that would set it up for the final playoff spot from our district next week. So probably a pretty good move on Yorktown's hands to save their guns.
Yes, it is. Romine with Romine and Vachera, and Will Thompson cleaning up on that third down play. I'm sorry, on that second down play. So it'll be third and about 13 or 14.
I'd like to, we really hadn't been calling a lot of names on defense tonight because when you run the type of offense that Yorktown's running, it's a lot of gang tackling, and it's hard to pick out who gets the big hit and such. However, the Horn defense has bent a couple times tonight, but once again they've risen to the occasion and stopped them when they had to.
Aaron Coleman is the injured Yorktown player. Hernandez replaces Coleman at guard for the Wildcats.
It's pretty quick.
I don't even want to see them back there. They're calling him. Take some of the JV kids, put them inside. Give them a good line. Scrub blocks. That's what everybody does. Oh, Mister's got him.
Hey, not enough pie to go around for the boys there.
There you go. Everybody wanted the cherry, and that play was. I think that Kevin Minster kind of orchestrated what was going to happen there. He buried the quarterback right as he released the ball.
It was Clazel, Vachera, and even Kubenka had a shot at it before he got tripped up. But host of Horns there, and they do a good job at least by knocking it down.
Yeah, and I'd rather see them all go for it than all of them look at it.
Exactly. You don't call I got it too many times on the football field.
You better not. If you do, you ain't going to get it. That's only their second punt. He shanked both of them. Oh, look at that, though. Good bounce.
Get a good bounce, and I'll tell you, their punter has had their woes tonight. Has had his woes. He's punched one about 20-something yards, but the first one was actually about 15. So, actually it's 34 yards, but about half of it was a roll.
Was the roll. Let's see if the Horns kind of shake up the backfield a little bit here, Shane. Does that look like? Doesn't look like.
No, Blanson's come back out. I'll tell you, I think that Coach Wild is going to go for the throat here. I mean, he's already got the throat, but he's going to go to put the nail in the coffin for next week.
There you go.
And we talked about that at Booster Club today. He's not trying to be a sorry sport. He's just playing tactical football.
Well, you're right on that, Shane, and we're doing it the right way. We're grinding it out. That's not a slap in Yorktown's face. We're just playing good football and maintaining an intensity that you need to maintain.
Lance Irving is the ball carrier. Tackle made by Jason Terrell.
Good job by Banjo to allow himself to be tackled inbounds.
You know, Clarence made a real heads-up play last week. Shane, Bloomington ball player, took a pitch, went outside, or caught a pass, wasn't it, Jimmy? Yeah, he caught a pass. He had it broke, and Clarence was fixing to just clean his clock, put him on the track, and at the last seconds, Clarence kind of pulled up and just slapped him down on the ground and kept that clock running and wasted another good 30 seconds of the clock. So back-to-back weeks, Clarence has been heads up.
We got Kevin Minster in the ball game now,
The ball carrier.
and a straight upfield tackle, kind of an ISO.
Tackle for Yorktown.
Good tough run by Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin exhibited a lot of toughness last week when Banjo went down at the half, and Kevin got a lot of big yards in the second half, and he's just running harder now, Shane, than he was earlier in the year.
Well, he's fresher, and he's just he's loving he's cherishing every carry now.
That's right, and he's a good running back. He's got a couple thousand yards in his career, or over 1,000 yards, and when you do that, I still maintain that it's good to have a backup that can come in and give you that kind of quality production.
So it looks like it's going to be 3rd and about 6 as the clock is winding around 3.5 minutes to go in the ball game. So they're going to put Cullen Clazel in at quarterback.
Yeah, looks like they got a new center in there too, Shane. They were going to try to rest Pat Marty tonight, son.
52. I have no idea who 52 is. He's a JV fella. He doesn't have the Superman S. Oh, my word. That was a jailbreak there.
Yeah, it was. The center, whoever that young man is, he's got a lot of yonk to Shane. He's fired off the ball really well and went out and picked off a linebacker, and that's good. He's obviously a JV ball player, but he's getting valuable experience.
That's right. So it'll be 4th and about 8, and Blance is in to do the punting chores. Oh, man. Yawning.
He's going to get a roll on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
The flag on the play.
You got some extracurricular activity after the play, which is not uncommon.
Yeah, let's see who this one's against. If it's against Bloomington, that's really a sad note, Shane. Because they've got good field position here. They're out of the ball game. There's no doubt about it, and they're going to take it away from themselves.
Actually, a hold there. I thought it might have been an illegal. Unsportsmanlike, a personal foul, something like that. But it was a block in the back, so it was a hustle play. But the only bad thing is about 25 yards behind the ball.
That's right, and so I think I mentioned this last week. I'm not one to call that a 10-yard holding penalty. I call that a 27-yard holding penalty because it cost them 17 yards back to that spot and then another 10.
That is certain. So it'll be with 2:22 left in the 4th quarter. It's the Schulenburg Shorthorns 39, the Yorktown Wildcats 7. Down here, my junior year, all 16 they go 17. See, we're going to give you a little bit of short history. We came down my junior year in 80, this was second year, 86. And we had a better team, talent-wise, than we did in the senior when we went to the quarterfinal. We just didn't have a care. And we come down here, this is the first district. We were forming a good team a lot of time. We woke up, we were all pumped. Not to say the same thing, but we were a lifetime. So we sit around for 45 minutes. Back out, and they scored. It was 27-0. They scored on 4 punts. We punted. I say that. We punted to them. The guy ran it back. We snapped one over our head.
Thank God.
And blocked.
Oh God!
And
They beat you.
And then we lost to Shiner, who was a state champion that year, 20-6.
Right.
And they ran one back to the 10-yard line, and they blocked one, and a punter dropped one in the end zone. 7 punts that year cost us 2 wins.
Playoffs. Yeah, cost y'all playoffs.
And I mean against the state champion too. First and 10 for the Wildcats. Going to get a gain of about 4 yards.
It's just, Shane, I don't see a lot of Super S's on the side of them helmets, but I did see Big Andy Balin making that stop there. Andy's our normal cameraman up here and does a fine job behind the camera, and he's been anxious for this moment. He's been wanting to play some varsity football.
He's been talking about Friday Night Lights for about 8 weeks now, and I'm glad he's out there.
Yeah, and to make a big play like that, he's another one we're going to have to count on next year, Shane. He's a big young man, and he's got to get this varsity experience.
And on another tackle.
Boy, the JV young men, they're really showing some spunk. They had 82, looked like, once again, Andy Balin in on the play. And 82, I don't know who he is, but he come across, and he wanted some. And go get you some, son. You're doing a good job out there.
Guys are having fun out here. So with the exception of Blake Vachera and I called his name earlier, I can't remember now, Michael Davis, we are completely JV.
Curry was the ball carrier.
So Leonard Johnson comes up, and I'm not sure.
About 6 yards by Luke.
You know, I say that's Leonard Johnson. I don't know if that's Leonard Johnson. I think that's him, number 10. But I'm not sure who number 52 is. So pardon us for our lack of name calling, because we don't go to all the JV games.
Hey, Mom and Dad, you know who they are. I tell you what, you watching this thing on Wednesday night. Be proud of your young men. They're out there giving it their all in their first varsity action of the year.
Curry is the ball carrier. Gain of about 4 yards.
Number 52 in on the play, Shane. And Big Andy Balin still sticking his nose into everything, and that's the way you make an impression on these coaches. You know that these guys are that's what they're playing for right now, is to impress these coaches, to let them know, hey, there's some more in the cupboard, coach.
So with the clock ticking down, 4, 3, 2, 1, it looks like Yorktown have one more play, and they do get it off. Quarterback keeper, and that'll be the game, folks. The Shorthorns win 39-7, and I tell you, Steve, you just can't say enough about how the way this Shorthorn team has progressed throughout this season.
Shane, I am just pleased as punch that the Horns are starting to play the kind of football that the state of Texas, the polls, the Harris ratings, Texas football, they all said that we were one of the top 20 teams in the state. I think that we've creeped back up into the top 20 in the Harris ratings. But better than that, I think we're playing top 10 football, and that's what we're going to have to play coming into the playoffs.
That's most certain. This Horn team has showed that the maturity level, the development level has come a long way, and I just look forward to not only the last game of Nick's, at home against Nick Smiley, but I look forward to the playoffs, and I know you guys, I mean, everybody's rooting for, or a lot of people are rooting for Bloomington to win one of their last two games, either tonight against Weimar or against Yorktown next week, so we go in the smaller bracket. But, the only reason you're out there on that field is because you want to be the best. And to me, and you can't say that all the big teams in the state are going to be the best. But the bottom line is you want to play the best. And if Royal's the best, then we want to play Royal. And we want to show them that we're the best.
Well, you're so right on that, Shane. I can remember way back to 1976. When I was playing high school football, we were getting ready to play the Kashmir Rams, and they had such future NFL standouts as Lee Spivey and Jacob Green, guys that were perennial All-Pros. And we were all scared. We were, as players, we were worried about those guys. And I'll never forget what our coach told us before that game. Hey, you go out here, you take care of this tonight, and the rest is all gravy. And he was so right, Shane. And I'd like to say we won that ball game. We didn't, but we did put a scare in them. They beat us by 2 points, and they went on to a 14-1 run that year and lost to Port Neches Groves in the state semifinals. If Brookshire's in the way, we kick Brookshire's tail, and we go to the next round.
That's exactly right. So with that word from your boys up on top here, this has been a fun evening at Wildcat Stadium. We've had Jimmy Carter on the camera, done a wonderful job. I get to even watch a little TV myself now. And Steve Simons and Shane Haas, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.